back to Bees in the Podcast from
Don't say when. It's embarrassing.
a long time ago. It was, I think, the last time. With you, at least.
Oh,
A long time ago with Triston, but...
I'm officially back.
Yeah, you are officially back, and I'm back, too. It's been a couple weeks since we posted a podcast, so do want to apologize for the lack of podcasts for the last 3 weeks. It's been a...
Needless to say, basically, Preston's been working all the time.
I've been working all the time.
Doesn't want to make time for me,
Pretty
and
much.
I've been feeling the effects
It's kind
of
of been
it.
a combination because the very beginning it was kind of you, but then here the last little bit it definitely has been me. But yeah, between our jobs, it's
Right. But look,
anyway.
the positive here is the past does not define the future. So, good news for everybody. We're back on track. We're going to
Yep.
act like we never missed 2 weeks or whatever it was. I think it was 2 weeks.
It's been 3 weeks since
3 weeks.
a podcast has been posted. It's
Okay.
been like
Okay.
6 weeks since you and I have recorded together.
A long time for me and you. I know you had somebody on here too that was recording, and obviously anybody beats me. But I'm back for at least this one. We'll see how long I stick around, I suppose. Because you kicked me out last time.
Yeah, no, I didn't kick you out. You were actually too busy farming. But,
That's true. Busy.
At least you slowed down a little bit.
Cool. Well,
It's good to be back.
it's good to be back, and I think we should get started with.
Yeah.
Do you know what we're gonna get started with?
What are we going to get started?
Yeah, you don't even have an idea.
Wait.
Not even a guess.
Oh, wait, no, you're actually starting with this time? You normally end it or midway through. Yeah, let's go.
No, I'm not giving you no animal fact.
Oh, shoot.
You just thought so.
What
You
are we
thought
starting
so.
with?
I gotta think about it. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. You told me earlier today that you had something you thought we should talk about. And oh my goodness, this is going to be a conversation worth for the ages. Let's hear it. What did you want to talk about today?
Yeah,
dude,
that's what
I can
wanted to
take
talk
off
about. No.
on that.
Talking about waiting, and I'm not. We always record
Waiting
these, and later,
or
later
awaiting?
we actually
Just-
bring in the title of these, but to these, but basically the beauty of waiting on the Lord, no
Okay.
matter what the situation is, because so often God has us wait. Whether we want to or not, so often He does. It doesn't necessarily. Who knows what it is in, but there's a lot of time that He has us just wait. Like we ask for something, and it may not necessarily be a no, it may be just a not now, or
Right.
whatever it is. So it's not easy for me to wait, and I've been having to wait for several things in life, which is good for me. But it just made me do a lot of processing on waiting.
Right.
Like the values of waiting and the drawbacks of waiting, I guess. I think there's good and bad depending on the situation to waiting. But yeah, why you?
I almost disagree. I
Okay.
almost disagree with you.
Okay. I'm listening.
Well, okay, I don't know. I haven't totally processed this, but I guess I see a lot of good when God is choosing to make you wait on something, or God doesn't deem it whatever necessary right now or right yet.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's good, because whatever God deems, needed or at that time is what's good. So to say there's something bad in waiting when it's God basically that you're waiting on,
Yeah.
I don't think that's true, because I think if God is the one you're waiting on, like truly if you're waiting on God for something, then there's nothing bad about that. The whole it's good, I guess.
Yeah.
And maybe you didn't. You just said like you thought there could be good and bad in waiting,
Right.
and obviously depending on the situation.
Yeah. Oh, and I would agree with that. I didn't mean it as
Yeah.
I said it wrong, because I basically went straight from saying God having us waiting. I think I was more meaning like I'm having many areas of life that I'm having to wait in.
Okay, yeah.
Sometimes I think it can be good in my areas of life. I'm not necessarily think that every area of life that I'm currently waiting in is of God necessarily. I mean,
Okay.
it may be
Yeah,
part of
that's
His
good.
plan. It's like I believe that He'll use what's happening to my life for His plan, and like it's not a surprise to Him, but it's not necessarily like I've prayed for this specific thing and He's just like, wait, for right now. Some things, yes, very much so, but not necessarily everything. And so sometimes I'm like, oh, is this necessary to actually have to prolong this?
So I have something to throw into this.
Yeah.
Because something I've been processing through is, what's next in life. You feel like you kind of get everything in line. And for me, it's like, when you're single, I feel like you kind of think maybe towards future potentially being married. Like, that's kind of next. Like, it's like, okay, so once I get married, then I kind of have it figured out. And then,
have life figured out
once you get married, it's like, okay, now a career.
Well, then you got everything figured out at that point.
Yeah, everything. Everything. You nailed it, man. I have everything figured out.
Yeah.
If you can't tell.
Oh, it's very clear.
But now I feel like I've reached a stage now where it's like you become pretty helpless. And I guess for me, it's like I feel like I'm at a stage right now. It's like, okay, what's next, God? Like I'm kind of waiting on God to make a move. But I also feel like sometimes God says, hey, look, I'm not going to make no move until you settle in and are content right where you are.
Yeah.
Like I call you to live in the moment. I want you to live like right now and right here and do this very thing for me. I don't want you to be like, where can I go so I can do this? Or where can I like do what I've called you to do. And if I haven't called you to do anything else, then be happy just waiting on me.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's been so hard for me because I'm the type of guy, like I could move somewhere, some random state, honestly. Probably just up and move. Maybe not because oh, God's calling me to move to Kentucky, but I could probably move to Kentucky, Yeah. But it's like at the same time, sometimes I think God wants us just to wait. I know. Sorry, that was just the first thing I thought of.
Yeah.
Second state I thought of.
What
but that's genuinely
thought of?
Texas.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why. But so I really do feel like that because I feel like that's kind of like a current state in my life right now. So it's like, I'd be happy to go somewhere else and headlong into this ministry or that in life.
Yeah.
And yet I think God's in here like, whoa, hang on a second. Like, I never told you to leave. Or, like, I got stuff you got to do here, and I'll tell you when I want you to go.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I would agree, and sometimes it may be in your situation because, like, I know for you currently, Tristan, a big waiting period is a job. I feel like kind of currently, like,
right. I'm in a position.
Figure things out. And I mean, I trust that you've been praying about it and things like that, and it's not clear for sure. I mean, unless something's happened that I don't know about.
Oh, you don't know much about me, so duh, it's happened.
Pretty sure I would know it if something would have happened, but
most likely.
But
right. Well, that's a big one. So for me, everybody that's listening,
distracted by my fish, dude. Okay, we got to bring this up because we have to bring it every podcast.
I'm talking about something I'm mid thought. Hang on.
And he has inherited my fish because I gave up on my fish, so I still can make fun of him about fish because rightfully so. I went on a 2-week trip or close to there, and gave him my fish. And since then, he's gotten since you guys have been here, he's gotten so many fish, big tank, whole bunch of plants. Anyway, I just had to bring it up. You can't go. Just give you an update. It is clean. It is clean.
I got 2 new goldfish actually.
He's pretty pumped about this.
As of last week.
Yeah. If you ever meet Tristan in person, ask him about the fish. You'd love to.
I'll tell you all about them. We're going to have a deep fish fry some night. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. Totally joking.
Ew,
it'd be like a minnow fry. It'd be a minnow fry, if anything. It'd be like appetizer.
Yeah. They're
going to Dude, I was mid-sentence and I completely forget what I was saying.
I got blank because I saw my fish in there. But no, I think there is a lot of value to waiting. It goes against all my nature, which it sounds impatience, and probably is to an extent.
Dude, it does go against human nature.
It does.
Totally.
I think the hardest thing I want is just I want to be able to I like to be able to have structure in my life, and so I want to be able to move on, have something that I can count on, and then I can keep pressing forward. And I think God has especially here since 2025 basically, so much because most of my life coming up until about 2025 was like a progression forward in general. There wasn't much hindrance. Some areas I would totally say I wasn't.
You felt like you were constantly going to the next thing, kind of.
Yeah. It was just there wasn't much waiting. I mean, obviously you just have just moments in life waiting in a line type of thing. But as far as more spiritually, there wasn't much. I was just okay, I've got to wait for this and then wait for this or whatever until I hit 2025 and it was boom.
God's like, dude, just wait. Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. There's been so many things. But so like an example that's been a little tough for me, obviously, like through the summer I've had a job, but knowing that I was going to quit this fall. And it's been like, I've just been giving the Lord, okay, Lord, do you have a job for me? Which is something that like, there's some avenues that could maybe pursue down, but that's been just like a put on a pause for now, like no answer necessarily, and it's been a wait. But also then I'm like, okay, maybe it's not a job. Maybe I'm supposed to do another mission trip. I did one last summer, and so I'm like, maybe I'm supposed to go on a longer. I have an opportunity. Like, here you go, God. Like, perfect. There was an avenue that I went down and pursued, and it was like a dead end. It's like, wait, what? So there's another avenue that I went down and pursued, and it was just like kind of like not a dead end, but like it just. I could have made it work. It would have been very, very difficult. And it was just like, I've been praying about it, and like
hardly felt right.
If God wanted to do it, like I feel like it would work. I mean, I could have made it work, but like, I don't know. It didn't just seem right at the right time. And so I was just like, okay. And every time I came to that point, well, okay, that's what I was going to ask you. Like, why do you think God would have us wait?
Oh, it's simply...
What's
to you? For me... I think the reason that I have to wait on God, if we didn't have to wait on God, we wouldn't really feel like we needed him. Think about it. If I didn't need to wait on God for anything, then I could go off, I could do whatever I wanted, I could, if everything could just be in line, then what would be the point of God in my life? So God is here because he's supposed to show, like, he directs my ways. There's that scripture that talks about how he directs our paths. I forget the exact reference, but it's like he's actually the one that's like, hey, I want you to do this, I want you to do this, and I want you to follow me. Not like, what would be the point of him if he didn't like, I want you to wait on me. Like he's calling us back to him. And I feel like for me in a time of waiting, it's a reflection on how much I think I kind of got it figured out. Generally speaking, it's like, I feel pretty puffed up when situation's going good. And it feels really good. But the moment something goes wrong, and then it just feels like nothing happens, I feel like I always come back and realize, okay, yep, God, I get it. Like, this whole time, if I would have just, been giving it to you. And so I think he's something like, it's not necessarily a disciplinary action, but he's just calling us back to himself in the form of making us wait. Possibly. I'm not saying that's always the case, because I don't think we always need called back to him just because we're waiting. But in some situations that I've had where, life's been going good, and then all of a sudden I'm waiting, and it's like, what's the deal here, God? Like, let's get going. He's like, what do you mean get going?
I agree. I feel like waiting, in a way, to put it, like, waiting's a good training ground, because when you're giving something, like, hopefully you're at the place and you're in a good enough spiritual walk that like you're giving something and you just take off with it with the Lord, like you're giving it to him, and like he gave this to you, and both of you are working at it together, and you're just both pursuing one mission, whatever. For sure. And you're giving it, but it's so easy when you're given something to be like, wow, I have something to go after now, and then you're in strength you go after. And you pursue it.
Because you never had to wait.
Him.
Imagine if you had to wait on something for a year and a half that was really important to you. You're going to view it differently. Okay, well, think of, who was it? Who had to work 7 years in the Bible? Jacob. Think about it. Okay, he actually had to work 14 years for her, I think. He had to work 7, and then I thought another 7.
And then married, and then 7,
Regardless, he had to work a lot of years. The waiting time to make it worth finally getting, was it Rachel? To finally get Rachel, like, that would just make it so much better. So sometimes if we have to wait on God for something, it could end up being way better. And that's just an example I thought of. I was like, oh, that's perfect. He had to wait so long, but was it worth it? I'm sure for him.
And so that's what I'm saying, like, using your waiting period as a training ground. Because now, no longer do you have something that you've got to necessarily go and accomplish. But if you're a Christian, you want to live a profitable life. You're here for a purpose. God, you're here to build God's kingdom. Like if you're truly pursuing Him, you need to find a purpose. You need to find something to do. So
Right.
that's going to require seeking God's face and constantly, especially if you're waiting for something specific. While you're waiting, you want to move on, whether it's a yes or a no or what you're doing in life or whatever. You're ready for an answer, and so in the moment, like, you're going to keep coming to Him, like, Lord, is it now? Should I pursue it now, or do you have a way for my life? Which inquires like constant coming to Him, constant communication, and it'll deepen your relationship if you pursue it correctly.
But dude, we're so impatient creatures. Everything in life, we want it now.
Not me, but yeah.
Think about it, dude. When we order something online, we buy something online. Mm-hmm. There's all these options, right? There's 2-day shipping. There's you can get it next day, but it'll cost an extra $5, or you can get it whenever it comes. Everybody's like, oh, how fast can I get this? Or maybe it's like, man, when can we go do this trip? I really want to do it. Like, hold on a second. Like, I think, like, God isn't like, how fast can we do everything? Mm-hmm. Like I don't think He's like, hurry, you guys got to get to this so you can get to that. Like, whoa, easy does it. Yeah. And I think like we just get rushing.
And there's moments for sure that dad.
Dad.
I mean, he is my dad.
What about your dad? Oh man, Preston's talking about his dad now. This is great.
There's moments that I feel like strong spiritual men have like pursued something, prayed about something to the point that it's answered right there on the spot. Like there are moments He does. It's not like God only works in the slow, but I think it depends on your space in life. Like you may be in the space, something's answered, boom, you move forward with this. You move forward with this. Or I think there's also moments, and that's where I think the line starts to get hard, is trying to figure out like, okay, what are you walking, like finding that line of, does God truly answer my area of life? Or does like sometimes he asks, or he requires us to step forward in faith. So where's that line of waiting? Like, okay, I pray this thing, He does not answer necessarily, doesn't like give a clear answer, and so now I have to make the decision: is this a waiting period that I need to train in, or is this an area where like, okay, God's not answering, this is an opportunity, I need to step forward, I guess, and step forward in faith, and He can close the doors. Well, how do you find that line?
I feel like when you cross over into the line of stepping out in faith. Mm-hmm. Dude, I feel like that's a whole different thing than waiting, because sometimes I think there is points. I truly believe there's points where you have to step out in faith. Yeah. I think there is times where you could be praying about something, and you could maybe not feel like you're getting an answer. Yeah. And so you're like, well, now what? And maybe it comes to a point where maybe it's something that you actually have to make a decision on. Maybe it's a job. Maybe if you're running out of one job, well, you have to be able to support your family, right? Mm-hmm. So maybe you just have to kind of go out and pursue something. Here's the deal. I don't think God has a problem with that at all. And I think He'll even show you whether that's right or wrong. But I feel like you have to go about that very carefully, and still that whole time you're going about maybe pursuing something or stepping out in faith, that you are still completely surrendering whatever it is to God. Yeah. Sometimes He calls us to step out in faith, but you have to make sure that if you do step out, and because you don't feel like God's giving you an answer, so you step out, that whole time He still got you, and you're not kind of getting cocky and starting to get out there and sway around a little bit. Yeah.
No, to totally give it to God for sure, and walk with Him. Like,
man, I'm feeling smart tonight.
You're on fire tonight.
I feel kind of smart. Yeah, anything else? You wanna ask me anything else? Oh my word. No, yeah, for sure. You said something about how you worded the question in the beginning, the beauty of waiting. Mm-hmm. How did you word that? Is there beauty in waiting, or what is the beauty?
I forget exactly how I worded it, but yeah, I guess the beauty in waiting, I guess something like that. Because okay,
what is the beauty
so
in
it's
waiting?
I did post a status. It had been about a week ago. Well, from when this will go out, I posted a status kind of just on waiting, one of my favorite verses, and then because it's something I've definitely been doing a lot of thinking about here recently, and I'll read the verse at the end. It would be one of our ending verse, but
I wonder. Okay.
Yeah, but so it's that verse, but like it's currently one of my favorite verses. It has to do with waiting.
I think I look tired for some reason. Sorry, that was random.
Came from eating and now you're tired and sleepy. And
yeah. I know. I'm feeling pretty good about it.
You may help you wake up.
No, I'm feeling really good right now. You keep talking. I'm gonna keep
cool.
hanging out.
But there's like, that's why I was getting to my instinct with waiting is to just to be like, oh, I wanted this figured out. Like, this is annoying. Like, oh, but also for one, the beauty of waiting is what you're waiting for is going to become so much more beautiful, especially if you're like excited about it. The longer you wait,
right,
to an extent, and like in the correct way.
Well, that's why I gave that example. If you wait for it
with a bad attitude, when you finally get it, you're going to be like, it's about time. Man, this is horrible, and like,
dude,
and then you'll just consume it fast or whatever.
Yep.
And like,
100%.
or not hard, but if you wait with the right attitude of like, okay, this is in God's hands. He, in the right moment, He's going to lead me forward in this.
So, I feel like I just developed a whole summary. I know we're not necessarily hitting a summary right now, but I feel like overall, everything we talked about, I feel like what it is stemming out of, this whole waiting thing is, it's not really about the waiting, it's about your attitude during the waiting. Because that changes everything. So it changes how it could end for you, or how maybe the answer you get, it also changes the entire time of waiting, how you are, how you act. So the whole perspective and mindset and how you present yourself or whatever while you're in this waiting stage, huge. It totally is.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you're like, man, yeah, like I loved how you said if you finally get it and you're like, oh, well, it's about time, God.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that's not the right thing.
Right.
So you completely ruined the whole point of Him potentially making you wait in the first place. Because maybe He's making you wait because He's trying to teach you something. Yeah. And then it comes and you're like, thanks, God, it's about time. Like, He's got to be sitting up there going, okay, looks like you need to wait again.
Yeah, no, because
longer this time.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean?
Right, like you haven't learned. But,
right.
Yeah.
It's not always about learning.
That's why I'm saying, like, finding beauty in the waiting. So, kind of describe quickly, like, my status I did the other day. Because I did the verse is really, really, really powerful to me. But then I just put on several pictures across the summer of where I've had to do a lot of waiting, like, on different things, which has been good. Because it's like, but like I've been wanting to do something, you know, like give me a job that can like fully pursue this, maybe possibly career job, or give me, give me. It sounds horrible, but like I want an area of life to be able to pursue, go for. Relationships. It's just like I want an avenue to be able to pursue. Like, Lord, if you have me in singleness right now, great. Just give me that answer. I can pursue that. I can go on mission trips, whatever. Wherever if you have me to walk the line of eventually getting married, having a family, then let me know. Like, maybe we'll go on mission trips as a couple. Like, maybe whatever. Like, I love clarity.
Right, you
but
want
it's
to
just
know.
been a waiting period. And so in those moments, I've had a lot of beautiful opportunities on going to hikes and things,
and hang out with me.
And hang out with you.
Oh, yeah.
Although
that doesn't hardly happen.
I'm not sure if any of those pictures were with you.
No.
That I put on my stats. But basically, it was a picture of like mountain, lakes, ocean, trees.
All right, halt, animal fact time.
Oh, boy.
I just felt like interrupting him. I was tired of listening to him. It's been like 5 minutes. All right.
I lose my thought.
Animal fact of the day. Hopefully he loses his thought so I can talk more. Animal fact of the day. Have you lost it yet? Okay. You're going to have to concentrate on remembering
No, I'm listening to animal fact.
You're listening? You can't read the details,
I'm not reading.
That way you can ask me questions and
From ChatGPT, isn't it?
I can tell you about it. Hey, dude, I'm finding my animal fact. This is some fun animal fact time.
You probably found it like 30 minutes ago.
No, earlier.
In the kitchen.
Earlier. I'm pretty sure. But, moving on. Doesn't matter, folks. We got animal fact coming your way. Not right after this. Acts like we're taking like a timeout or something. Nope.
Timeout.
All right. It's on the electric eel. You know what the electric eel is? It's kind of common, actually. And you know how they can like electrify something or whatever.
Yeah.
They're actually known in the Middle East to shock cows out of the water. So they will flat out like go get up on the land. Like they'll come flying out and they'll get up on the land and zap the cow and kill it. Dude, isn't that insane?
Why?
I'm kidding. I totally lied. That has nothing to do with the animal fact. But you bet.
What are you going to say?
Okay. You bit that. You just admit I hooked you. Okay. The electric eel, which is a type of knife fish. I guess that must be I don't know, its family it lives in or whatever. This is kind of what surprised me. I didn't really know the kind of shock power it had. And I don't even know really how to compare this, but you would kind of know. It says they can shock up to 860 volts.
I don't believe you.
Read it.
No good from ChatGPT.
I'm not lying this time. I made the first part up, but not this part. 860 volts. They can stun something up. They have that much power, I guess I should say. And it says when threatened. This part was actually true. They can leap out of the water and zap attackers directly. So the part that leaping out of the water was correct, but not maybe cows.
Actually could have been true if a cow's trying to attack it and eat it.
Yep. So 860 volts. I don't even know the equivalent of how much. Do you know how, is that a lot? 860 volts?
Yeah, it is. It's a little different because...
It's probably different from a fish.
Different levels of volts can be deadly. Because, you can have powerful volts, but if it's not the right amount, it won't be as deadly. But that is a lot of volts. And
basically, everyone, you just got a snapshot of Preston and I's relationship. Half the time, I tell him stuff. I can get him...
So that was a perfect picture because I'm talking about something serious. He interrupts me very rudely. Doesn't care about it. Does not care about it. I have learned to accept it and learned that's his way of loving me. And then he starts going in and he feeds me a blatant lie. Then jokes about it. I'm like, no, I'm just joking. And then goes into it. And then it's basically the truth, which sometimes it actually tends to be. It's just, I'm just pretty sure.
Didn't we just do one online? A podcast online? Yeah, we literally did.
Yeah,
and I just lied. For his benefit, though. So that makes it a good lie.
No. That was not for my benefit. That was my detriment. Because if anything, I would have taken that fact and fed it to somebody else. And
Isn't that funny? What? Eels are jumping out of the water and killing cows in the Middle East. Do you know how stupid that sounds?
Eels don't even live in the Middle East.
Right, but I said that.
Anyway.
You believe me.
Thanks for your animal fact.
Okay, well. Do you want to talk again?
Yeah, back to what I was saying.
Somebody get me a coffee drink, please.
No, but so I posted these pictures of the beauty of life, and I've very much just taken a bit. It's but I've also purposed in the beginning of this year. One of my kind of year things was to find God in the nothing or the seemingly nothing. It's kind of because in one sense it's nothing to me, but or the moment maybe is nothing, but then seemingly nothing because it is so much in that moment. And
right
in this waiting, I feel I've pursued multiple areas. I'm waiting in multiple areas currently, but and it's just been God's been no, not now, or no, that's not now.
Are you waiting on toenail growth, or is that
I am because I got them, they all fell off, and so now I'm just waiting.
Dude, your toenails fell off?
You me should up.
Yeah, let's see.
But no, but finding God in the woods. I went on a hike or something, and it seems kind of just nothing. But then I'll come back from the hike so refreshed, so encouraged, and God is so close. One of those mountain high experiences. Or we went to Europe with Trevor and just such a rush trip, one thing to the next. But at the very end, we got to be by the ocean. It was just this is a no moment, probably kind of not as much of the trip, but it ended up being my favorite moment. It was just the beautiful sunset. God created this. So just a closeness of God. And in one sense, I remember, especially by the ocean, I was sitting there and I'm kind of stressed about man, I'm going to have to go back and I have to face life, and I've got work, I've got jobs, I've got multiple things I've got to figure out and I'm waiting on. And I kind of stressed about it, but then all of a sudden it hit me. I'm God made the sunset. God made the ocean. God made the sand. This beautiful
God made you,
beach.
your situation.
Right. He created the situation. He knows what I'm in, and he wants me to be waiting for now because of what it is.
Right.
And if you can see that and be thank you, God, for making me wait, because no matter how it turns out, it's going to be more beautiful because you made me wait for it.
Right. I'm impressed with how well you picked up off. You remember?
You're training me.
You remember really well.
Because when I started out, I struggled.
I think that's super important. I guess for me, a personal summary, I think just comes back to, it's not about the waiting. It's just about how I respond in that time. In the waiting. Yeah. In the waiting. Absolutely. So I think the takeaway for me is, if I'm in a waiting stage in my life, or if those of you listening feel like you're in a waiting stage in your life, maybe just try accepting it or adjusting your attitude if it needs adjusted, towards the good, towards the better. And just remember, maybe that could affect the outcome.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah.
There's a lot that affects the outcome in our life, but cool.
Right.
Feels good.
Finding peace in the waiting. Because that's not easy.
Right. No. Oh, no, it's impossible. It's nearly impossible.
My tendency is to get stressed and be worrying about something or another. But finding peace and fulfillment in the waiting. Because, I'm going to say this real fast. But because also in the waiting, especially, I know it's really common, especially people our age. It's like if you're trying to think about a job, or you're trying to think about marriage, or you're trying to think about mission trips or things like that. And when God says wait, it feels like you're useless. That's one other thing I want to say. Just because God says wait somewhere doesn't mean that he's like, well, now you're nothing. You don't have anything to do until I move you forward. No. Because you can read the Bible and he clearly tells you what to do. I mean, how to outreach to orphans, widows, just to be the Christian.
Be friends with guys like me. Be friends with guys like me. That's a big mission.
Yeah, and this is the right.
It's like
right
Preston's
here.
mission.
Big mission. Like in my waiting, that's why I'm sitting with him on the couch.
Yep. Gotta hang out.
But no, like God says in the Bible, like the fields are ripe to harvest. Like, yes, maybe I'm trying to think like I'm trying to go reap the fields across seas. Maybe it's right here, right now. Like one of the biggest I've mentioned before is just like coming back and like, okay, what do I have now? And God showed me very clear things. Like, thankfully, like, he showed me those. But even if he doesn't show you, you can find them. Things around your life that's like, maybe genuine friends. Like, we joke about that. But like, maybe I need to invest more in Tristan's life. Or maybe I need to invest in more in my siblings' life or something.
Yeah.
He does happen. So even in the waiting, you can find things to do.
You mean you would consider investing more in my life than you do? No. He just lied.
No, I didn't because, for sure. I have. Well.
No, I bought you an appetizer tonight at the restaurant, and you did not buy me anything.
I offered to buy you for ice cream.
Read the Bible verse.
You just didn't accept it.
Just read the Bible verse.
I am. Okay. Psalm 27, 13 and 14. Currently, this is one of my favorites. I don't want to say it's not my favorite, but it's kind of one of my favorites. Psalm 27 is just so good. But verse 13.
Read the whole thing then.
13 and 14. I had fainted unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he will strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. Which is very interesting to me because, especially in 14. 13 I really like because you're if it wasn't for the fact that I'm believing that I'm going somewhere else, I'm going to see God in the land of the living, I'm taking the verse more of like, in the end, like, if I hadn't believed that, I couldn't last in my current predicament, in my like, if I know that I will see that. But then going to verse 4, just wait on the Lord, and then it's like, be strong, be courageous in the moment. Like, don't just whimper up, just waiting. Like, no, be the man that you're going to be in the moment of waiting. Be the man that you should be in the moment of waiting. But wait on the Lord, and then it says wait on the Lord. Like, he says it twice. Anyway.
See, the only part I hear in that whole thing is be of good courage.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're waiting, you're waiting. You're waiting. Yeah. That's just all there is to it.
He also instructs us to wait on the Lord.
But just be of good courage in the time of waiting. Because waiting isn't always fun. Most of the time, it's not fun. Mm-hmm. Who enjoys waiting in a grocery line to check out your food? Well, probably not really anybody.
Yeah.
Right? Who enjoys waiting on God to, tell them what their next 10 years is? Nobody. So we're going to have to choose to be of good courage.
Yeah.
Be of good courage.
And he will strengthen your heart.
And he will strengthen you.
Yeah. Oh, your mic's muted this whole time. Is it?
Is it actually?
No, you know how funny that would have been.
Oh, dude.
They can all just hear me.
You made a heart jumper. I was going to say my mic's been muted. No.
So it
For one, anyway. Who would want to listen to you the whole time? For two, I actually had some wisdom in this one.
Anyway, thanks for joining us again. Even missing 3 weeks.
Yes.
If you're coming to listen back to us now and you've listened to us before, you're a true trooper.
We love everyone. Okay, that got weird.
We do.
Bye.